Hey guys, Dasha the Period Coach here, and I am here today to talk to you about PMS. What is PMS? I think a lot of us have this idea that it is just part of being a woman. It's part of just the curse of being a woman. It comes before a period and it's miserable and there's nothing that we can do about it except for cope with it and hope we don't end up totally freaking out, losing our job or murdering our partner or any other set of things that I make light of here, but are actually really serious problems because for some women it is so bad that they have lost control of their actual emotions and their actions, and bad things have really happened to women because of the hormonal imbalance that goes on with PMS. It's no laughing matter, and it's fixable. So let's start off with just what PMS is. It's an overdose of estrogen for the body in most cases, the vast majority of cases. It's too much estrogen. It's excess estrogen. It's known as estrogen dominance, which is just more estrogen than progesterone. There's supposed to be a nice balance. Now, that can mean that your balance is too much estrogen, so the progesterone is not able to balance it out. It can mean not enough progesterone, so there's still the same feeling happens, even though the estrogen might be correct, which is rarer, very much. This is more like perimenopause and menopause. This is more often the case. But estrogen, or it can be that there's not enough progesterone and there's way too much estrogen, so then you're really far apart. And this is the case for people like me that have endometriosis. That can be a really big problem. PCOS oftentimes. So it can be a really big problem for women. And I would pass out every month because my estrogen was way too high, my progesterone was way too low, and it actually caused me to lose consciousness. So it really is a big deal. And oftentimes you don't think of PMS as being losing consciousness, but that can be a problem. Migraines are also one of my problems for PMS that people don't often associate it. But the common things that people associate with PMS is, and I just jotted down a little list for myself here, bloating, cramping, mood swings, irritability, breast tenderness, swelling, muscle aches, pains, headaches, acne, joint pain, bad skin, fatigue, restlessness. The list goes on, right? So, and that's not without getting into the extremes, like I had mentioned just before this. So really, kind of anything that's out of whack, it can be part of PMS symptoms. It's very open answer there, and it's just premenstrual syndrome. And there's PMDD, which is really strong. It's like PMS to the next level. And depending on where you live, there's definitely different initials for it. But it's that time before your period when all hell breaks loose, right? So none of that is, though, normal. It is not part of being a woman. It's not just how your body is made, and it is absolutely fixable, balanceable. You can get it back and eliminate it completely. So all of these things are just signs that something is out of balance in your body, something is not right, and you need to come back into balance, and that can be done. Okay. So in Your Business, Your Flow, which is my program for women in business to harness the power of their periods to their advantage, we talk about PMS standing for pissed off, moody, and stressed, and how in turn you should be looking at this time as plan month strategically. We do it and apply this to our business in YBYF. But I also like it because in FPMS, my PMS elimination program, where we stuff our face with food, we talk about how if our food can really help balance PMS problems and balance our hormones. And if we're planning our month, making sure that we have the right foods available and in our cabinet at the right times, we can really eliminate PMS in a big way just by switching up what's going into our body when. Of course, there is some elimination that goes on as well, but even just decreasing some of the big guys can make a big difference. If you have seen or have not yet seen the videos that I've done on some of the big offenders and some of my favorites, please check them out. They're up on my YouTube channel as well as my blog. And you can always click the link below that has my top 8 foods for eliminating PMS. These are just my own personal preference. Everyone has an opinion on what works better, and it comes down to your body and what works for you. What works for everyone. No, there's nothing that works for everybody, excuse me. So definitely check it out. See if any of those foods are something that sound good to you. Give them a try, see how they feel for you. I'm a fan of screenshotting that little thing for your phone or printing it out and sticking it on your fridge. But definitely check it out, grab it and put it up for yourself so you can start planning your month strategically, using those foods to your advantage. I do hope to see you inside if you want to go into more depth in FPMS or YBYF, either of those programs or anything else that's going on, or just chat with me one-on-one. I'm always happy to talk about what's going on for you and what you need and just kind of get you on the road to balance. All right. So click the link, grab that graphic below, and I can't wait to see you on the inside.